make us so to toy ayana war and so mado code be kakra and so etimi about tea a pie one in no when a froco ni be a betimi aboa dear froco jack and a fro right toothpaste in no make am for the man kodan putting phone you amano ebwa 0244559597 na wabon come 3p garlic mixture and I'm doing now for back and 3p no the woman so I can so bezo sote usuga level and so and say oil bar auto menstrual pains and no dream and I say usuga level no can bloated stomach obia why asthmatic patient and as stroke and so mad what from no moment 3p garlic mixture now on 3p our German so your numbers in your 0248928824 now on a 3p and 24 edin komo anope
emuleta supplement food supplement Ghana for now biango pebi no ndi na bibians entimnya kama mesoda o system no enso etim am na dabia ya dabia twana do konsia do ay emuleta supplement and also betima adibie na bibians eto kama a food supplement a free canton care about pharmaceutical and research center almost etimdia ba antisebia omojam sam ebia e fibi wo mojanimo enam so ekokoto ya dabia so etim de brawa emuleta supplement anua and also betima dino so ya gina peme ama bibians eto kama be eto jo so etimo Ghana bia okwam on Sanso, Ebetime Akabia from 44, it was 0535112873 and some Etma Casanoti, Dr. Lawson, one of the Lawson beverages, and now Person Lawson, Delayman Diabetes, and also Etma Diaba. Now, Unim says, I want to be near Grey, one Pema Good scratches a Baswa, winner nurse of Delayman Butters, Nibia Arabwell, now and a sweat regional brand of Fay, we go on my low sperm count at Tetano, what Johnson to Tia and sweat to a word joining here, when I'm a car, a man fichena na mo bomon sa na mo twa jadwo me so delay man aye capsules na ho wonu bia ebeko afei wo so so odia no dia tense cholesterol anan pesa balance sensation atwa me so da unya dry bi ma ebetu ase anan anso ti na se kra koko ade fi ni padia no mo enti me so da wo dia no so ka pelos beverages company limited enu pani bi na so tima yiso 0248619999 baby atwan do bia kon sa capital bia ta akum ne bia wo bia je to me sansan oka takuma maybe akasese ni pinesinita eso so usipi asita ni yafro awura ni yafro papa no so mivra eso so betima awura ama bia so to kama tabia takum bema wa yamre awompam bema watenka semateko waba watenka semateko bema so de bonya 2 minutes 3 minutes process ya na baba sinko nya tabia takum na wonu ma bia so to kama adama ho na onu so tabia ba meksa na odwaso mesawa malaria jaundice typhoid menstrual disorders menstrual pains na etuasiam aso timi dama ena no pay ayaka na kope tabia zani kiano pe na so timi use ababwa na two infections out there na so atimi adama a first rashes na etuasia me so rabia tonjo bia ko se kabe 0243686861 na na perifo akasa midimafo ay Dr. Time eda so Dr. Sibra na me se sadia na no odetam to madam fu bia dia so akoya no me se wa da tifi ansoko wa de bato so sesia ena no pay akoso bonzu all the time eto so ama no so won to na bians eto comment abon say ya dia bi to say stroke on Nigeria there so stars is ya there na to fibroid prostate enlargement and also cancer and no person bema na sin trase ato so bema na wuro wo do ni beto no block go school Johnson doctor to won mi say ya all the time eto to others so ama ya dia bi eto to bi an ase to deku adiama me pato pokwa sma ran so doctor ha wo the time eto na so others so 0244774282 na on doctor so bonkobo serious otakukulant nan pebina ebwasen kafo pa me so da nano we be ka chem san kan wo kwa na gina ya we pega ya overheat na cheno me so etese won ko pesi was otakukulant be enso entimanyi so kono kopo bi sesia na so fegu kan na obwa prevent overheat na note e ma winti na wo den so etimaji SCP esita ama be bia so etwo kam adama me so da endamaji winje no ami to me so ope na so otakukulant abobwa na mpodia gu kan na bibia so etwo kama edama wa mesewa da serious dia no ana ko akopa bi aya no wakai na na repact a company limited for 24 odi ko bese so pa ne baako ana person no dudu mu no 0544133169 na na pani focus ruta natural product just ruta mesa no medical culture say malaria dua na say malaria hu na away na dwane kra ana nam so say bia ho na me e fa dwumaden ana etete and so Ruta Mesa, ebe to set them all. Na Ruta live no, omojan en security ya. Mesa da best security here. Aba bianso to come for Ruta tonic abrow. No appetite for fever. And I'm sweat me to assess sweat me them all. And the FDA for the most possessor. Mesa da koda wedding fees do me noko. E to me no bi mami ama koda no for son ka hobe. Mesa ya no kai. Se ba bia ton to bia ko kotibe. Now sweat your 0244485632. Now them penny focus. I send for medical catch say. In the answer from Nurse Super Free Promo no, and you may a bonus say Kukuna and for Tom Shop Numa Omarie. It's Messawada, Kono Copo Fridge SU them, or offices, or fear, but beer, Messau, Copabini attitude say, I did be also auto, Fridge and Open in Pempreno, Yama 5 years manufacturer defect warranty, as I your piece on parade, now upper day, upper 45-liter fridge, maybe Obenabe, 688 liter side by side air fridge, no, walk out of Jodia, just freezers, Omanti, so everyday project for everyday people. Yes, I said 28th of March and 8th of April, and a tobacco showroom so gun and training trust now so called Jodia Biaso, Hetro come at the power specialist about hospital. Zama make Dr. Kosia Yan, now my missing young conference gun of Nasa no pay. When him so be one my yadia tete nache e man kama sa yadia bi benya nso a efri yadia anu nti say yadia ba ana tete hepatitis B C ana A fatty liver ana how prostate enlargement ana tete we dey na fibroid also dey no kidney stones afabra we beti ni say te anso atime jama e dey ya eba mala mix na ns malaria dro a etu ase jama cough care ba mix no we bo wakuru ka etu ase e dey ya ana se dey ya ba tonic eno dey wutumi ni dia me so be didi I'm a biasa to come on a pay. What be new things that was did a dear about tonic ya and a money to be didi a money did you a bias at all come a be a talk to be idea. You know at Yatana to say our call sounds a better minimum hospital no Udunkana, Joe Cabana SCP Road, Joe Power, Hospital Bus Stop, and Pokumase, Fayasabo from Chukana, so a Gaya Johnson, Tokrade, and Naji Estate about Tamara Bank Limited, 0244544422. None of answer to Akaza, now Unim say arrested for the Mupa Abba, now Omadron Bakuya Hindi, Herbal Mixture, now Hindi Herbal Mixture, a malaria, Asieto, a bomber typhoid Asieto, diabetes, prayer, and don't go for Consiabi, win a Hindi Herbal Mixture, a bit to say the Kudaku, and I'm answering them all. Now Zaraman comes now, and I'm an Okato boy, no, just ye, Adaya, Zaraman, a dinner some sort with the mano, we will be a nurse today, we are 2 minutes, 3 minutes, Miss Rao, what Daniel Zaraman comes us, the Portosabia also, Obama, I see it as a second time that Yakaja, Miss Zaraman, Ebedu Kajamo, Kopebu Bosia, maybe us 18 Yakama FML, now Zara makes energy comes us ready, will be a jet to Messansa, one extra or Sawa Musa Musuno, women are Debbie at your said Yamamo, one son will take a summer take or so your barn or Bema, when you have been a Jinabrane. I'm a Bias at Wakama Osa, and a medical counters attainted, and that's a menstrual pace. Samson and I just say, Gomeria suffered, Wazanino, a true said the man, and Sansa Biagun come on a swap. We know Zara, Mesha Energy Council, and I'm answering to said them all, but be a turn to a gun and trolling Chasson Oko. No sweat work or Kotibe 0246348334. Next one man sweat workers Alaska Star Enterprise 7 Conference Ghana for NASA and Anna Pay one who cry and agenda wallpapers papa and I'm sweat media bar. Yes, Zene a boy person Doris Radio Osapreco and to send the one who saw wallpaper beer Ghana and also Kumasi and Pabia Alaska and a cocoa for the buyer sofa covers or the Biaba the creative waters and flowers PVC floaters and our artificial grass in now. Wakoko from sweat Diaba, Konoko Jodia, and a pay, Kumas Adum, General Prudential Plaza, and a Bishop Mrs. Anoche Plaza, first floor, and watch and crying. Your circuit, totally one of my year, Bojuma, 0200281080 no makasa Pasco. How about capsules no air brebomu yonko da bia maka to say obrebo no ebegire ye na fancy ya air Pasco abebo abe support ama no so to fancy and what ebe yi fi bia so the full majanimo ama so to fan wode afa infections awde na hu na away na no so etime journey to pewe na opedie again very effective as I saver the chance any side effect bia etime no wa mobile and so to license any about chemical so bia makwa kwa Pasco how about capsules so mabobo na bia ay kama 0457453579 na 24 akasa
Well, Yembra, your question of the day is sponsored by Dr. Amuzu Adaruma. And your day question of the day, Bana. Dr. Amuzu said, no, we are Bana say, we are Bema na infection, see our Gunu when you be, syphilis when you be, Nina no happy. We are bounce on us here, what the starting of my yellowish be, and if you on my bar, in so tegu, na and Saint Kakra, a chair. Nina no what drew no Amuzu piano, and about Dr. Amuzu na day, about Jonas, we be at what piano over na Dr. Amuzu Drobi and so etimi atwane questioner you be so and it's a game I know Barca and Atletico and after PSG against Liverpool. Yes, rich game will have the most goals tonight. Game na ye be born na enum no Barca Atletico PSG Liverpool team ben na game ben be producing more goals and enum match here basu PSG and ye can say Liverpool and Atletico and a team friend Barca.
Ana ni wakusi ko Jokrom post na say we say Barca versus ATL ana ne Ediaba Patrick Asite and some Tamani Town as Liverpool and PSG ana no so team there remains you fancy baba enche fantastic Rafi seven eight eight
10 also no BW4C 3F2 BE6 6 also.
Okay.
BW4C 3F3 07C 5 O's.
Okay.
Inti nese normal green light. BWTC D11 dem dey school no that time na BC duru ne wase ne ade na yes ya ade na ba na eze odwi baba go twadwen mu ti number 1 C number 2 D bu aba ko tena na udwuru be
ba ko kra ma
ondu bu a ya de ade ne basa na o e ba on kan so number 1 no you me show 1 to 10 no na me say 1 to 10 ni na de ma no say ade ne power I don't know what you say 30 answers what you say 5 maybe out of 30 no 25 5 no mesa emia no what is na you go wa and go 1 to 10 no and then but you for sika mo you be mia wo mu pa you be mia you be do am say vital what I say to toy and just say munyina yi de enemu de papa but the man fan go fan che you there be any better for yeah because you can have it as have it you be a do be a bit with there see e ka se ka have the Capo me can be a che let me use squash me can be a che abedas you kind of primary KG you can see your test I will do ha abed test me can be a che no me be felino I still the EF G E K R I was there come on the other rasus here corner anyway test no to I want to me 101.3 Wontumi TV none one man can one do za you come on tell me no we I was reset
Angwa juma no you Yami wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma Ansachre no you Yami wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma ye bompaye shamachi Israel Yehovah Elahenu Yehovah Ekad we ahata et Yehovah Elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yasak in English in the name of Jesus amen
Salam come boy Capo Capo chairman I feel chairman yes go tama taboku kasamo say messages and ben no bia say hey wo chairman ya de pa say watch me assemble yes kwa bi ko me nkwa me ho hene papa me
na guess it is how
chairman
guess no me say guess no me say how many boys in this year me say guess it is say Wontumi sponsor I number 1
chairman
angwa juma no you Yami wo hoda se uji dia obeya
Victor show carers and so also goodbye to and some more tasomu and some the back group amano so about that time a man respecter now what is every annual say one set monitor as on my goodbye message at the Emma Sobotas na sana tia na saboy no and some born in some Emma Sobotas na dia na saboy no aya dia na omo and a sportless one for no much boy ni tum say womu dia and a Victor show carers obobo bra and some no dia matim no aya jumade and dia mo nti say womu abebo game awie na so born in some dia mo and also aya dia was supporters no e deserve and we some what they are to do something in ano at the moment anwa womu every stadium and stadium is also avalade I want a match no womu born into omu no wunu na kuta in the Lisbon here one also annual sporting C players see womu every game womu extending chances any day and one also match be artists and what they are quiet and one some no at the banina no ekuta and as a sign of a good gesture and our prime channel so show and one some p and never annual at kwano kai harvest or free and a bite and a best go to my house now and right there and say well no and a man relief no and some buy from bites and referee crown game no yeah upon anyway time a referee to so no and Brent friend say Kai Havertz goal my team no mami ateta oni ateta ateta enra area ball game no and now what in some to Brent koma na ni atini nyina say moment no mo ayedem as Arsenal say goal no Kai Havertz and the be sante no dem Arsenal enra ateta and the Brent no montemo and also na course and some pino atem na batata say Kai Havertz do baby ya kase a big game player akwa we a big game player because do baby say game no uhia obi obesesa game no atem amawa obonse wo pie na wasesa game amawa say level way ayade say Kai Havertz wo level way be pray wo born to the high level as a level way wo be entina wan say nra wotimi rescue a team na bra wo mu ensom to entina our game na say wo to atena ama wo mu for the 3 points our match and also na ba mu ade in the salita sini nyina no awon sam na de ema na no pe wo njuma bi so na woni say Arsenal 2025 and 2026 season 11 matches wonu abo womu awini 10 and woman draw and one game next and woman say 27 goals I consider 5 woman clean sheet woman no and so na makuma ko 7 na clean sheet ne de ya bo clean sheet amame David Raya goalkeeper ne Obabom abodi untumi mo abraham mo and a goalkeeper Donnarumma num aba na for what ball and a branch David Raya ono so a goalkeeper say what prove actually we are seeing na so top keepers ono ansom na count David Raya and you na ono na Mikel Arteta say masa keeper we dem say woman son and koma was Enra adeba ko betima kwase ohia adjective whatever qualify sa goalkeeper we was incredible na senioma abranche no ni nyina no ano asepa enra obo ene goalkeeper no enso na baso eno eyensema watem na tudwa was na ni ache eno atata so ma overcome setbacks on Arsenal before this game no ma lose back to back Oma lusu how to say among from say ne enye ene adeni na no wo mu akwakwaya adwuma na manuama e kama enti coach no nso enra anu ade tu da say na ni age pass recent setbacks eno na ha team no na among for can say me pray na oso mu dwo mu di as Arsenal ebetimi adu adwuma eno kan bi ana ma win enso eba ye betie manager no enkomodem na tu after the go say nkofo kasa o edu ba bi sa wo bobo na win ma obia Canada chiro so ka etima ana Michael Katri ebinie enom enkomo ateta edemaye.
Look around you. That's when you have a difficult period. I think the best thing that you can do instead of talk a lot is observe. Look around you and see how people react. How they talk, how they look at you, how they judge you, what they do. Do they look at themselves? Do they start to criticize other people? Look around and you're going to learn the environment and the people that you have around you. And I cannot be prouder to work in a club with people that the only thing they could do is ask, what else can I do to help? That's when you have a difficult period. I think the best thing that you can do instead of talk a lot.
And I think in some way to the man captain Adama Arsenal, Martin Odegaard, Nasa say pra metal blue and ra on also say pra anona game no reporter ban said the from Arsenal and it's a problem in the same almost said who say player no pra okono abanu pra into say woman say do baby I run in baby Arsenal as so much trophy be a pra and some na captain no na fe wakwatina Bante na ha dream to almost ahwe ya wo mo enso ebeta no kwan eno reporter ba man say na fe trano so continue say injury situation ebetimi amoma from wadwen our Bante ya fe no man so no Odegaard enso no reporter ba man in the Manchester City wo mo player Bernardo Silva nearly come say no say the Messi call during the 10-year season enso no City eboboko na say wa Messi be say o say the Messi call 9 games and no so Messi due to injury situation our club and Bernardo Silva and the Anderson P and some Manchester United and we catch us more and so our Chasa Wrestling New Mexico Ireland na womu our pre-season camp on some mayudie womu our break omuni tournament biabo omuni and the competition biama apart from Premier League womu airborne na we catch us magwa I extended the contract now players need didn't come kakra na come didn't ana ube usem demo other team no so na one Amad Diallo omienu enie na manager Michael Carrick say Manchester United adwuma no ana omu busa say mo wotidi say Carrick ebetimi still aye adwuma no de Man U ana omu say Manchester United adwuma no wo mu aye players omu ntumi decide ama club no say omu for manager no na onto so ama adwuma na mo do metimi aka say manager no de fidi say the right man a obetimi aba adwuma ade ama Manchester United we ayam Buemo and Amad Diallo and Komodi.
Now for 3 months, a question for both of you. Would you like him to continue as the head coach for next season?
Yes, obviously it's not for us as a player to decide for his future, but yeah, he's been very great. He's been doing so much for the team. He has a lot of experience and he knows the club. He has the DNA, so we think he's the right man. But we are really happy for what he's doing right now.
Yeah, as he said, we've got like a good experience with him. I like playing under him as well, and then as he said, it's not to us to decide, but we're gonna try to take as much as we can from him.
Just following on from that, sorry, James.
Yes, no, and I will tell some of them come over. Bahari Magua, and I make a trust why extend and Pasaya, and your day and common process said, you know, and some number to also 1 year, dear Manchester United. Now, you're so first in the morning from Inter Miami, and I am MLS, no Messi team, no, you're so mobile, a person come Bahari Magua. No one in an Osnobe, so best of Manchester United for Portugal, be Pianso Kama, due to Arsenal, Matemo, and Victoria. And run also my buy no Magwani as I said was it why ready was it no US of free or to Manchester Oba Juma Nafi new Kama and Manchester United top player and I was trying to not say mama and Arsenal team no as a premiership no mama Arsenal team na so because I say Arsenal and ama say and new Kama Obanya league table na mamia now you think mama premiership league table no new because Arsenal man say ama udi top 5 udi 5th our league table no so also never qualify for Champions League and no for my say Arsenal we do almost Man City at the second Man United secure Champions League we the third and Aston Villa our 4th 5th Liverpool say Liverpool ni Chelsea we move back we be the 5th piano also no qualify another slot and so na be kan at England we mo and 70 people and pay we to my so near reporter if for my table the latest no and so na table Arsenal team no and so abaso our jumo juma and we man so na dambi bia kama and no I reporter but mama reporter no ni nkoma kakra na no I reporter bi nkoma one way England a coach no Thomas Tuchel and nkomo ekona reporter no buzan say what advantage fan is Jude Bellingham about World Cup for the bones of Jude and some because I say you say one time Philip Boy na they never call and the World Cup we say we will try and I'm say over try Jude Bellingham top player at the Real Madrid World Cup Thomas Tuchel some over try and no I am in front of my table and somebody play the World Cup no and some na boss no more Mexico Ronaldo phenomenal and they are two as a top player at Brazil for the best World Cup no Vinicius Junior one top player as I say World Cup no dey be woman and some never someone and no Brazil for no woman and some Martin kwa enye do be no Neymar say about this top player you and some people by near reporter ba Manon Neuer ever World Cup and some on so one Kobe and Obanoma dey pass say I'm the goalkeeper selection already age you know and they said yeah the goal that city in fact me said I will keeper and say obet we na to no boys no more but boys no minim do obet we na David Raya na and why because boy na and no die na no dey Manon Neuer and we some leaders will go World Cup and I say one World Cup be reporter and say still I'm say a chance my boy we and some World Cup no I just say very slim and no a reporter but my Luther Matthias reporter and say what they are to do sin konya ya and Germany omo fa keeper we and some World Cup no problem one Julian Nagelsmann I want to me Julian Nagelsmann and fa and the goalkeeper Manon Neuer and World Cup was in Kobenya and ka Emra and ko he body bi and ka German national team coach no Julian Nagelsmann money time Manon Neuer I said and go no damn and so Sikwanemum was a pro problem and no Kaupi and team Wontumi and Kowoka but Gidi as a manager and friend and no reporter and also Abamami player I want to say for the certain Munich player no was him and the goalkeeper friend Manoya son says Sawota Nasa Diabachem Wakoda go and as I come up on Nasa Oda once and do you feel better? Okay, that at the Yakobo match. Manono and your goalkeeper. I will feeling it to say, I will feel it better as well to me. That is our get or Daman Hotono Adaya. Pause the problem you hold. None of one against Madrid. Massa, so oh, Mukobo match. No more goalkeeper Manono ya. Over that is our code. I bet that because problem anyhow.
Easy place to come to. Do you sleep better when you know Manuel Neuer is going to be your goalkeeper?
Well, then I sleep like a baby.
Such 25 years since Bayern last won at Bernabeu. It's been quite some time. It seizes the size of what you've just done on this pitch.
I didn't know it was that long. I thought it's been 10 years. But if it's that long, then for sure it does feel even better. It's not an easy place to come to, especially in the Champions League, and to get a win. So we're very pleased about that and go home with a smile on our faces.
How is it to play a game in this size? Because obviously it's Real Madrid, it's Bayern Munich, it can't get.
And you're doing some and so they're about very hungry. It's only age of 48 because they say Onyina no in the mum and 48 in only 6 parts in the year. I know the permanent when we ever 25. 30 the most of the front here the way 48 Henry and I was showing them and some Manra what do come off for branch from say Michael Olise and some now was Akodano ball was Michael Olise no do baby and the ball no bo what in any and a shot ball no everyday no Makodane de not drink and the ready ball no the brain no and what them a monitor game and no my branch here your friend Olise and some different our game no and you are very hand come what them not to that and some play deba mami Abolowa ni eni nkomo mami Abolowa ni enko na Madrid coach na enra enko ba ko so coach ni so the Madrid supporters and they say it's only one goal. If you believe you can do it, you see players and I can't say one goal per and a damn Bonnie 2-1 Omibeko Alliance Arena, just one goal. Madrid believe here when we answer to me IABB and no I coach and come on them not to draw. You have and somebody play table see only be beer or because I come motivated players and beer and some cry and the boy was here to know Juma as so we was so media or better Juma our federal tactics in your day and some Juma said be a voice no when we game no because already money can backfire dada and now say and you be motivate him I know I am some manager area to draw na and come about Van der Vaart as and say was say do betumi aka afa enra Vini Junior ball our ban was Vini the other one pair of Vinicius Junior on say Vini the baller say obeja ball no ayasem na Vini the ball na adie ketua bi no atiato na okam na say yakuno anie na ordinary na pempem from no ordinary say and so pem from see eternity and so more from adan obe say opponent ni amana red card obo say referee issue yellow and red adama opponent Vini say me ho atomi wa wie kura a was so no so meko eno ya de ba ko a was say eya ne time pa e wo Vini Junior Van der Vaart nsema what they are to do say Madrid team no ade ba ko a e Madrid e won say supporters no say Madrid bobo nambia Madrid lusuwa supporters ade ba ko a e wo mu aye ne fe and say Madrid supporters omu lusuwa po omu say at any moment a good moment bia no Madrid team ever bounce back and no e de ne what them not to do nsem no at the eba and our krofama no so Madrid matcha yes we mu no na Madrid supporters no ba ko where baba say no we three in team on business kakra I was stadium wa say one there baby ko bia we three on said is there no nothing and afa ni bibia a shed ho team odu na so tiefo na we amante business no and so na ko so na Madrid fan ba ko and no so na o tawo bi tira se kama I was stadium mo Bernabeu I den some no atem pa na no pe ma Trent Alexander-Arnold was him the abani say omunya chance na so mo win game no na say omunya chance a lot of chances by na say Madrid and so not take good chance of a name of goalkeeper Nabaso Manonoya. Was it also and I said a boss, a call, goalkeeper Manonoya, soon was Sevilla, a Trossum and Omuma pressure, echo game num Emma Gipano, and some Sevipa. Now, a no Kaubi, now Yabobo, near na goalkeeper the best in the player. Our tournament in one as a game num best in the player of the game, our goalkeeper there. Nasa keeper na Juma.
And dissect the game, and we need to analyse the game, the positives and the negatives. We've seen where we could exploit them, we've seen the areas in which we were able to create chances and their weaknesses, but on the other side of that where their strengths are. So it's about limiting their strengths and exploiting their weaknesses, which I'm sure the manager and the coaching staff will analyse and dissect the game and come up with a game plan for us to go over the next week and win.
Dyer was man of the match. So
you rush studio now Madrid players he reported and some our Varabe Basano from my demo training council Nana Vini about training temper 40 minutes and a Vini Edikai about training players Obia Obejo normal time over the bano Vini Dikai about Ethiopia to players he and Omaka Omani Masisua when we are said a bene Omorasene when we ever training ahead of the second leg and we ever to me a basso and after we can matter when we answer the betting about Atletico Madrid make us almost so enra when we ever do in a Barca Ekromo na omuni Barcelona and Ebo enra omunye woman Atlantano Atletico Madrid womunye womu ever do Antoine Griezmann on manager I funny Diego Carlos Simeone womu emienu and a press conference no womu ekwenana Diego Simeone womu say are you dreaming of winning the UEFA Champions League our pro match womu ekwenano so one day on Champions League neje anene or senemo ni game against Barca and Basso anene or say ometina manage nafe womu enso a pass through this game one enso ngare sankomo wenyina no at the abom musane say we did say among first Atletico attack no e better than Serbia omu defend money more e kama church and was team bia womu attackers e sharp no e chire enunu e sanity na omu enso ngare kwanya womu ebe faso a solve our problem that in the process of doing and the Santeno and no Diego Carlos Simeone manager the article and what them in the side for me and the two understand is a key for a game na Ebasono Uguta and the key beer we were saying what about unlock and the Barca Eboboko Nana and was young and then you know on song about 7 p.m. do you Romo game I dare say Obian some and the tactics and after there one manager no room Samata and also Basso and then and what them to do as a Barca team no when we are very strong opponent Dobetina can say they are capable of doing everything our Camnu was asked to them now when we ever born Massa Barca would diagura when we ever tina wadri epa na nini na monom ama yete say Diego Simeone why instructed the boys and say and woman provoke Lami Yama our game na Lami Yama yo bia otai ehana oba yellow card na yesem wese the nyemesi kwase manager no aka che the boys no say the target no Lami Yama omunyini fi game num anom the phone mateba no the yellow card Lami Yama aba make the next leg no return leg no and so our near Metropolitano anom say plot omu planning ayadem the honsem pino at abanon say plus womu anya yellow card na me aduma na numra womu aba make say second leg and ya diamond dada you say siso diamond Lami Yama with yellow card na nyame atoma second leg go timi mo Femi Lopez Gerard Martin and after Macasado omunyina no and one yellow card from suspension and the phone Atletico Mark Pubel Marcos Loriente Gianluigi Simeone and after Mafio Rigari Obena Brentford Clement Legla Thiago Almada omunyina no players omu yellow card and I say no omu ebetimi and some did to man the second leg and no ebetimi abaso na annual training and no across no coach ebo in a branch of fence Hans Flick ebo dan omu as number 9 training across and the other was over put into a practice and or the Accra ebe training as number 9 and some Natama Barcelona team no annual training across and Panama mid update never catch us annual training delay for 40 minutes training Barcelona delay for 40 minutes no ni nyina one reason here one yasem enra video analyst adama Barcelona aka transfer flick ni team no say womu anya more analysis about team no than say womu ebe more training on the pitch omumra video in the room na video session no enko some general video analyst no womu transfer o take team no through some hours and some more training grounds for say the barrier womu ebe to really game na no ayan come fuo and some na deba penis a heavy agent Emma Robert Lewandowski metes and Obaba Stadium or Camp Nou Obaba after the game metes a penis a heavy when Lewandowski in a Barcelona team no omo entourage no Messia and we are contract no nsem so Obeto aso de Barcelona and as on to aso and we nkoma e for the deba de nsem pe de Barca for no o me so meten salary so na first minimum omo pese condition and omo he so condition no be very good adiama Robert Lewandowski and as any good no and no e adeba ko mo nsem no betina consider bra and the meeting and some never so and no e defend ma deba further rule e player de ma PSG wa pra nikoto de no diamante say player no yase oye nneoma bi e PSG o yase diamante say akwana ya na dwen say on trainee and as on mobo what pain e nikoto de no ma and na dey say obe trainee and as say no won to na on mobo and sama PSG and yen koma and so na fo no ma deba de ensem pi adeba na PSG ni Liverpool e kem no na baba so na quota wonu e coachi PSG e Luis Enrique. Okay, now another match no abeko say favorite why PSG favorite and as Liverpool and your favorite manager no dey atuga say na obi ani ho a we favorite PSG and Liverpool ebesia ye nye we your favorite we obi your favorite yentie Luis Enrique.
Difficult to say that, to speak about Liverpool. Arne Slot, he speaks very well about his team, because it's normal. What I have to say, or what I can analyze, is two different, same teams, but at the same time different teams, because the process this season is different for both, and everybody is looking forward to analyzing who is the favorite, and I think it's not important who is the favorite. I think there is no favorite in those kind of matches. What I can see is it's going to be a difficult match for both teams, but I think they are a good team, best side, one of the teams, English team, who play better. We are ready, we are excited to play in that match, and we'll see if we can qualify for the next round. Difficult to say that, to speak about
Luis Enrique ade atujama me PSG womu squad no dey at match day squad no and some the boys womu our camper womu betima dijuma hakimi nom ana fe Barado Marque Hosana fe Zabani and some no Kvaratskhelia ewom Gonzalo Ramos ana fe Dembele Desire Doué ubenya Vitinha Abranche Linka in ewom Luis Mendes ejina mu dendende Mayulu e ka obi Nuno Mendes nom ana fe Abranche Dro Chiwalia and some Kausama Emery and so ejamo and after seven of nom and buy woman and Mantia ya said the nine way woman ebetina bomode esia kante amatim na don sempi atema na enra press conference no mame Luis mame Anaslot Liverpool coach ne ni nkomo Alonso Isaac obetima bone game ni bi anaso timi mo report ayepanisa manager no ade nkomo ade ba se ne obetima bobinti anu ade no travel ontimi mobia enko amfana nko na mom se obestate anase ontimi start no de on control bia yentie Anaslot ida se Isaac ebebo anase omo hia no Liverpool hia no
has travelled, but where's he at in terms of the level of the role he can play tomorrow night?
Finished close to a week of team training sessions now, so he can play a part, otherwise I wouldn't take him. I decided not to take him to the Etihad because we felt in talks with the player medical performance staff that he wasn't able to get a performance out of him yet. And since he's with us now, we do think that we can get a performance out of him now, but not to start. That'd be clear.
Alexander Isak has travelled, but where's he at?
A big game into Isak Baba. We did Zambia from bench, and I say Obina minute kakra. No so started the no better Florian Velt, and some na Florian Velt say Liverpool coach no mujini di. Say ideal. odu abontia supporters no Steven Boadi Stevo no emfa coach enya hwe omunyini ni ba kokra sei na mo players no mo agree ese we say the manager enso na city a mo gidi so betima ya adwuma no wo say omuji manager ni the players no obi agi coach we di hey
the man, you've got a good manager, but is this group of players still playing for the manager? Because that's a question that's been asked obviously since Saturday's performance.
Yes, of course. We are believing in the manager. The team should believe in the manager because they won the league last season. We had a lot of good games this season. As I said before, we wanted it to be better, but it is what it is now. We still have things to play for, and everything I can say to that is that we believe in the manager and try to
for the players coach and so Mami Ibrahim Konate say na Madrid for Peru be na hitipa Konate to Madrid Konate be konemo say Diane so oba renew our team na friend say Liverpool our mutuals enter renew no a long term contract and omo dem nemo dey £290,000 and we bet imagine every week or renewal £290,000 and a player no so bet imagine and somebody pay Peter Crouch and mama one you can say Georgian Club near Nkomo na club and you can say Peter Crouch why now okay but alright said Georgian Club see way still now Peter Crouch our channel that's our query minimum pa on also our channel we are say was it enka Georgian Club and then also my coach in the today because I feel our born football I feel was it David time no me was some say all time at as in all the holidays on in the family and some 20 the right timer and also ever baba to manage was say our time be pray our name because once Roy Hodgson crown Roy Hodgson enya 78 years now oda so coach one what this say enti ojiri sem no be pray and so I want nim anu yankoma what they to the post course as a Max Dorman akoda we Max Dorman enra say one set a record and opano make us about the youngest player ever our knockout stage our UEFA Champions League 60 years 97 days and one adi asa record no na post course as a coach a friend Thomas Tuchel edumra akoda we also friend England World Cup no wo mu ebenya krawe pa amono so abedi tumate amatim na yati ensem play ba odo Chelsea recovery no na kwaso good news adema Reece James and Samuel Kama say ogusom yati sem bia be 24th May ho baby ono so ebetimi aba na wabedi tuma na afenu amanso etima Kama World Cup no yati se ne anya dia se obebe se yatan a coach no so adene be ko World Cup no Reece James no be tournament na meet time no eno dia ma Chelsea omo professor enka Abrante fan Enzo Fernandez reporter Panisam say the homo say Enzo ne de say Diane dem say SOST na bibianso na Kama enti say omo entertain any exit enti Enzo be stay eno ayon koma eba me tesem akwawe one address or the transfer request ebetum Chelsea for munhima Enzo Fernandez when I do want it no and the transfer request and some ebetum and no I feel I make gada me do some no and some not Chelsea I say we would demand almost say a minimum of 125 million euros and akwawe say opener we mo ensom abeje enti say why do so be Madrid now the transfer request abekwa Chelsea demand 125 million euros enti say obekwa now we hu enum the phone mateba mo seleva call Chelsea be so mo extend and then the do no matema na no good news and also fu onum adeba leva call no and mo hesem on be so mo extending the deal at amana new report fu ho and so mateba brana so ma Antonio Conte anyway William said Napoli say Conte ekofa the Italian national team now Metes Vincenzo Italiano one coach we ever fan for Inter and I said Napoli Enzo Maresca Edi Ewomo Daniele De Rossi Edi Ewomo and after Fabio Grosso we managers yatisam omo Enzo betimi akọ feduma na reporter and aba na Enra Mbappe your poor game no mamene Twitter no na Mbappe say I are still open and then they open gate no open and Mbappe was everything is still open okay and then come on diamenti or Chelsea Alliance Arena hall BBI open Alliance Arena bibia possible eno nkoma ono so ede aba Aurelian Chomani ede atudo ase yellow card odi no wan hwie odimirika de ohun ya ne say referee at the yellow card and so much no makacho sa baloa akasa fa yellow card we say hard pa because Jonathan Takra no incident am o tram Mbappe na say referee no the red card ama Jonathan Ta no yellow card we pa de player no kwaze wo hu ya ne say referee and so the yellow card ama no eno e different ma de ba mrena so yem fancy no udu Senegal anopeya yesi FIFA president we CAF president Patrice Motsepe wadu Senegal for that imagine so mo fat trophy no ma Morocco for the trophy ni de o mu nyam ne o chance ka mo play stubborn and we stubborn academy until the maintenance of federation no where Senegal federation and o mu ansom Mr. Abdoulaye Fall wono Senegal wo mo president efe no ana one Patrice Motsepe wo ma sha no pay our Senegal wo mo discuss kwan a o be fa so solve problem no trophy no Senegal was so munyemu da yem fancy abedafo atena se Newton Pitalate ana afem ene team ni nyina atena se yemre na yemeto aso ene anopayo untu was say we day was even some teachers no cry no na no can abed no asem ana keke from avumim e dey aba say teacher for no mu tretwi no kram bo na am je ne kan den ma wo mu no kakro dey aba live on Facebook Wontumi 101.3 and umu edi balaja bu I say good morning alaja bu a message and Jennifer Amazon say Barca is winning tonight and day about Jennifer SS code and on so opu code no dey che ewie basa project with TV no so be ho na edaso na so watwa bi na bibia ay kama new atranse ye bana ya ba be papa mu edi amamane games e wo ho so ye bu bi Nran sembe bring si o Madrid game no me baba na aba bi de won komo e de ama o ha na nya sembe to akra new no new boko de
abu kakra
okay why fitting so
fit ko so
oh so why do like I want dem ho
dear me di mo gina me kon so
min ka bibia wona abese o kasa me busa o now you chire me o to ase chire
mo gina me kon so mo ma me ho ntome
se bibia boko
e
de nyame ase pa
mo ma me ho ntome awache no later me sheda
bia nyina wo so
a kire wase why
bia nyina wo so
amfofo je na to nwum bi no se back na students no hu na ogina kwan ho no ye de on campofo je nwum
na was ombe hu no ogina kwan no ma hu se
o de o to nwum ntima ni mbeti
oh yeah was o me kai ni se we mre bi atwam na we were chirichiri ni o ba mi na o bompa bo am ana se bi o ya ade yi e wa chiri ndi me kai pa
ti every time na me bo awache no ho komo de chiro pa full time na me to awache
ni da chi ana
da chi betima yo china
okay next week okay future de me am
yeah but bedru baby na ya science na e to awache
okay but o mu se o chichiri no mienu
ya na still ni wache
okay okay
do we say we have yenchemu nti no who picture on TV no so the same producers na jijo
so so ya do MCR I didn't be what here but all the picture akwa so eko da still
akasa de otun me humo no no ya juma na mame
do me to bribe okay who to bribe o ma black me
ko e we da so okay akasa me amon se go se mo no show no picture na mame to so
Steve Capo. What you say? What call with the weather pa? What ball coming in our hand on you? I was how weather shall what them? You know, and friend a dancing them. A dancing them. Oh dear. Where what dash what them? Oh yeah, rougher. I think you have a fan of my channel. What's the shit? You know, by hey, you know, what the name you know, as you know, and that's when I call a full winter. Yeah, wow. You say, yeah, but you man, son, so near 20 years. Yeah, that's true. What's the Brunino? A man, your mind is simple. Until before bed, you check it's possible. Oh, okay, 2 percent chess. I will read you when I'm checking and son. Now I catch you. Maybe I'm checking. Oh, so what? Oh, that's a tier radio. Radio. The technology now. Before, no, you son at Fahrenheit, not smartphone. My also, any munyef, soon any munyef, no piafachini. Toana for yes. Capo, a better fool, no China, and I say 2 hours time. So much is you. I brought for no, I'm a near my simple. You know me and the white man. Of course. I love the white man. Of course. I'm sure Bruni no nyane kase. Oh, share papa. Bruni de wa manke wu. So Brown who no see about. Bruni wa manke wu. Bruni de kana sama yi. Bruni. She. Yeti hey. Bruni. Na you go mo best question be hwe. Say go fu. Bruni. And you Bruni answer na all kind of simple say. Capo. You're game. Yeah, and no, you can a bob on Como Champions League. So, Nana, you buy what's my update for after say Madrid lose game. No, Abelo say it's only 1 goal. If you all believe we can do it, I send me your catcher them rant here. No, further down the message, it's also say I need to work on fixing the team's football and figuring out what we can do better. They don't need any motivation. They are already fired up. Abelua and some walking. A saha no beer or Jitum say battle no and you finished battle no. Okay. Ebeka. And you finished the battle. Of course, looking just at the score line no, and you finished. Score line here 2-1. 2-1 against Madrid and you Libya. And when I watch along with Facebook, I kept saying say I can't 5 minutes. Not buying because let me try go back whole game no. Okay. Some call 2-1 the command by Arsenal. No, Madrid. Yeah, 2-1. Got 2-1 for home teams. Yeah. And we went 2-1 no to and Arsenal the Amfakra. Yeah. Share no share game no. Na edru time na ye 2-0 no. Na me try 1 goal per game no. Senka. Yeah. What's a boxing no? Oh, yeah, tough for me. I won't blow you on my finally. I need to tough for me. Yeah. That is the security blow, and I say security knockout no. And then I make try to feel buying for now. Okay. That could have been 3 goals. Never my game no you did your mama did for some back 3 goals no. Okay. Or that 1 goal is making a call for Real Madrid. No more babu 2-1. And then probably a project towards the 2nd goal no. So only 1 goal na make am for Madrid the be for buying aside the same one the be. So at the time na buying for the agro animal no na make say ha do omuni Madrid for and it fast na ko si omachi I was just saying that. Na Capo e ko na dey kakra de ma belwa. So second leg no. The ade ni nyina akwa ne say. Madrid squad no ama to no in a way bia. Say no demand say obe put you together and they form a very good team. Now in forming a very good team no just say we have balance. Okay. Balance and say Wontumi use Ramos sa 11 in famo ball man yi. Wontumi use Iniesta sa 11 in famo ball man yi. Kante 11 team ball man yi. Somebody has to be the tackler. Somebody has to be the playmaker. It's Modric ni Casemiro ni. Yeah. Madrid team na hono. Balance no eye kakra bi ne wom na no is a way coach why are you say obeko for look at this situation. Madrid is a CAG the best system for Madrid and Abelo choose the 4-4-2. Yeah. Rose no na ka say Valverde nya da opportunity na the corner no first you know na obey more tackles, more recoveries, more blocks, more interceptions, more clearances. These are all defensive attributes. I don't know obey without the ball. But space when one do obey jade ma two no.
but looking very closely through Madrid team no buying for no yadie bi what we say against City Abelo decided so be jai ball na some time no ko direct very vertical ya discuss onya an idea but no buying loose ball na mu nyina no ko ball na chi buying a loose ball no or Madrid a recover ball no omo ba se ne dia ko buying a side no na buying for nyina ko ball no chi 11 players behind the ball sometimes 10 a basa when questions are abisa how do you create in between the blocks buying for na ko go chi omaja hurricane pe omaja Louisias pe omaja ba ko pe on top omo kan nyina ko for so e wo chiro how do you penetrate penetration means say getting access to baby Mbappe and Vinicius ejina san crofuru mi enu so especially Mbappe no onyo bia in close pockets ultimate dribble
okay
ejin hu furu musa obenya na spaces no emu de da ho
to no he has space to operate.
That is the point. Vinicius no so te say anemo Vinicius no osa one attribute bia e close spaces ultimate de ni ways no fm
yeah
so systematically abelo aka say boys ni two nyina top na four na aka no and retrogress emrechi four na aka no Peter and then the partner Chouameni Adagula and then the partner Valverde and a back four no you lose bono biamra then come Rika for two our top the Rika for two na kana anytime Madrid benya ball no mokono na buying for no outwe and no me hwe ball no me technical reporter na me jot me throw two very different profiles for Madrid the one here to see with or without the Champions League Madrid equal Europa amoko fa a ball playing number 6 or a deep line number 6 now kasa Enzo Batro transfer request atumuno Sam Komono was sent kakra in Madrid will be looking for a 6 or new ball between amaje ball na diako
ti o sa Enzo no star no fete ye okay nti omuni din komo yegu na suma obako batun so kan kono a they say obusa am say future na the future is unknown the future can be tomorrow and it says soon Jesus soon is not your soon Jesus soon ayo no soon enya wo de
so Enzo beko but for the future no na Madrid for be 6 a deep line playmaker yengi Enzo di ni sinche on say Rodri so di wom me ka say deep line playmaker me can Busquets mola line bi no me ka Pirlo me ka Pjanic me ka Vitinha me ka Rodri Enzo we motos players who are so comfortable on the ball who can manipulate their way out under press. So I'm under pressure. No side ball na come keeper no. I'm under pressure. Baba Idrisu. No side ball na come keeper no. Elisha Usu. I'm under pressure. No side ball na come keeper no. Because he cannot turn 360 on the ball. We need that capacity no. On to force no onye Kimmich. Madrid need be Chouameni on yesa. Nimum etori bia against small teams not say Benfica no. Once the Chouameni ball. It took a shot by him a stop Chouameni from doing Sanyama or Yawo. Elite.
Okay.
How many times do you stop Vitinha from building out? Rodri, they have their level. So Madrid team, and number 2, over here, a typical creative player in the final third. Typical 10.
Okay.
But to be a creative, maybe 8, but to be creative.
Okay.
Who's a Bruno a type or as a 10 or as a 8?
Yeah.
Madrid, he has such a player.
Profile maybe.
Born in to me come because the faster it goes, the quicker it comes back. Born oboko hodmo, almost solinti, ultimately sustain pressure no.
Yeah.
Born in check. Mbappe yes so connectivity shows are misplacement. No to born actually no matter afa nobody about the quicker and always a Madrid a problem bobo sim. One who be bisa.
Yeah.
They need somebody to keep the ball. Obi busa ofie ye hwebo yi e say the Adagula that's no na dey na manager take Adagula onye creative. Adagula is creative but he plays very very far from the box. He is like just the central midfielder who here. Okay Guti for Madrid. The type we need be the Adagula. The same thing in Modric as a
okay.
He is not so close to the opposition box but when you're so close to another box
to Finfi.
The me cano. Madrid here too. But you close to box no top. and about go very deep. Atagula will finfi ho pepe. Madrid here two specialists. Trade in the DM zone and the attacking midfield zone. Madrid team na adwuma. So maybe call Alliance Arena. Certain questions I want for say na Jude mu nyina o team no manager. Capo. Frank Lampard o team wo ni creator. E to le bia ono creativity no third thing e wona adwene mu. Ozil creativity number 1 wona adwene mu. The server one matter. Yeah. Fabregas. Thank you, Steve. Frank Lampard. I wish I go to crown and later or join them. But you can go be also beyond on Asia. At some point, not Roba, top scorer of Chelsea, I need rule in April. Not Frank Lampard so catches a massa. So, Jubileum, when you're Lampard profile, you can't play him behind two strikers. Or no more Mbappe, and that's a country my boss. I run Jude focuses on goals. He loves to yes. And you see, they need a typical creator, somebody who trades in creativity, who focuses in getting the ball to Vinicius and Mbappe.
Okay, go back.
Over in Alliance Arena, a tricky situation.
Alliance Arena,
Madrid that form. Game no ka wo biem the contest of the game no ma o sha say wo biem Madrid no abaso be biem o Elias ha goal na yes oh yanko the contest of the game no hum papa what plan 11 we man na di record how do them go what plan is obesity deeper invite buy so omonya dey omomra no ko na buy ba benya early goal now you are forced to then go for equalizer because you go fie. And on the second goal count. Oh, then we need to also go more.
No pressure.
So Alliance Arena already know when they started game from a defensive mode. Bibusa. Two coaches in Abelu and the company who is starting the game from a defensive mode per the scoreline.
Vincent Company.
So he is now forcing Madrid to come back openly. It's an open approach.
They were taking advantage on that.
It's not an open approach. Oh, they are not because you're not leading.
Of course.
You're not leading. It's an open approach.
So we should start. Vini and Mbappe. So Vini bar on unqua bar who's a bobo ni pa. Mbappe nquanso bar which means Mbappe, you know. But when you know the Shia in your man fat. So Gauna air Balo with this difficult situation. When you start Vini and bench, you kind of say Mbappe, and as well starting Mbappe bench because when you know bar. Results no need flare no need fat and now is that
the okay no by the close of that game no be drew on now another issue tactically sorry about from Madrid faithful so no Valverde issues you know Madrid faithful so be Casasa Belua release Valverde yes we are here patiently waiting it's a tactical detailer it's a Belua solve either so unleash Valverde to bench one of those two superstars.
Yeah.
Never very all out. Or a very retrogressive Valverde road on Abanechimo. No J2 no I'm my no other top. It's a very big headache for Belua. But we have some few days to go. Into Yanyani Hadi game no. Barcelona near let's come Madrid game no. A better test of time. Makacho said the 4 and 5 for 1 year fee no my hopes in the fetch.
Okay.
And look how Rudiger did Heisen. Avaro Carreras and I want you to reassess that Senra. So defenses are not giving confidence. You're Pamecano, you need Jonathan Ta. I'm telling you, Enra, Mbappe, more second. Yeah, look, we can't 2 central defenders, yet your bomb and one your basso. They consider 20 chances to Real Madrid and Ra. Considering 9 out of it on target. How on earth? She game back up at me producing 40 shots. Game back up. Means a defenders nada.
Yeah.
40 shots also yes Vinicius in Mbappe show. But they allow defenders not allow but they are not getting punished because Manone so I not really giving confidence to 4 and 5 for fee. And my dream ATM and the game so it will be a game I will attack probable lineups so my Shadrach. I want to roll through it. Basama omunye mistaken call for 4-1-4-1. A better detrimental. Basa call for 4-1-4-1. Team no be very empty. 4-1-4-1 means obenya maybe Casado pe as the lone anchor back for him.
Okay.
Or sometimes obetibenya Pedri cry as a lone anchor. I've been going through Hansi Flick and maybe I all try say obeye. Look, a Colombia so minimum and let's come and bet 2 goals. El Camp Nou.
Hey.
Capo game we met me akobay 4-2.
Goals be flow pa.
Game met me akọ 4-2 el game we mo. O se me person me remember bre.
Yeah.
A purely attacking game. E dey tin na Simeone Rasti Lookman. None what train against Barca ohia no but no resting no. He rested key players. We say game we a full attacking game.
Ti match no.
When we say 4-1-4-1 of Barcelona na make ni. Shedaniyomo position a obono. So game no start na Barca attack here. Oba ba be ka Fermin Lopez ho. Na Lamine Rashford adan chen na Fermin Lopez no ne Daniyomo na abot say double number 10. No Pedri pe ejina line anim.
Yeah.
Na ye 4-1-4-1. Na Lewandowski at the top. Atwati ase. But say shape look o say dia without the ball but say woo. How can you leave your door in the hands of Pedri? 4-1-4-1 means the lone anchor. Pedri no na say kasa anchor. Capo the basic role of an anchor. Said the Obama defensive line no unshakable. Pedri na this adwuma nation inside. Because say bia wo Fermin, wo Dani Olmo, wo Lamine, wo Rashford until here say here Pedri over the final third but the me can here without the ball. It's in much chance that formation with here Hansi Flick on try. If he tries to focus on goals, yeah, 20 baby, and we might concede 2 goals from these guys. I am going for 4-2 in that game.
Okay.
PSG Liverpool game no dear. Charlie, a game critical mama pa.
So best papa.
Hey,
match.
And it's not to lose on Besakino.
Of course.
Also game on
Besakino.
Season up PSG Champions League no. So him dey stop Liverpool. When you stop Liverpool, PSG is looking like an obstacle to Liverpool, and of course a huge problem for Arne Slot. I call for draw in that game, but I call for scores and kasa.
Draw the draw game.
Qualification be caught for second leg, you know. It's an open game, you know. Okay. Maybe Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool will open up too much. They are not. So Paris in a host first.
Yeah.
I don't think Liverpool could be more. They have an attack. Okay, you don't have a defensive built squad. Liverpool squad here for more defense. Every battle has its own weaponry.
Okay.
Every battle from military to football. Every game be our own weaponry. Liverpool squad win and yet for defensive mentality.
Okay.
It's so beam, but it's so beam with strategy.
Wow.
Maybe marginal scoreline in favor of PSG or a drawn game. Okay. Paris. But then 4-2. We will see what Barca game against Atletico Madrid.
Whoa, I'm for the rap break. Nah, Visa so about to us. And now I'm for say, hey, I can't say Paris. We have a fine.
Yeah.
Now me wait for no more. That's a move. Wiki.
It was a beautiful game. A team, a squad full of attackers.
Yeah.
And I has said, the entertainment that the game deserves.
Okay.
And I might see the commentaries of most of the ex-footballers. Almost about a game na a course. Ferdinand say, Lamine, I'm not falling in love with football again.
Yeah.
Henry Eka about Michael Olise. You see, the duty of a winger, no, back up.
Okay.
But Okonya wingers, Vitesse Bukayo Saka, no Mudru anywhere. Either to take on opponents. So when you corner kick a foul, no some pass corner number 2 now. I hate those kind of wingers. Game na Kasano wingers na Kano Luis Diaz and I top on the table.
Okay.
Very direct. The ball will be pion and Rakwana near explosiveness no firm kakra. Say the Diaz that I was thinking say he was going to give Arnold a terrible night out. But I'm say out of respect into one got top gear against or no. Now discussion of course na be more calm about Manon at age 40 still are making saves. and Newton pinpointed the problem of these two sides. And then they said, I've never been a fan of the Bayern centre backs.
Okay.
I feel say minim Abloa preparation for that game. But now I was targeting the two centre back, Jonathan Tah and then Guy Upamecano. Direct say yembo from middle. Near say yeah boy so much. Send your money Man City boy and no pretty chances. That was what I was expecting. Say possibly Abloa and then the guys ever go into that game. But for a side that scores goals for fun. Now you see the guy about Madrid are creating other money other class in terms of European dominance. She tell you how strong they are, and it will give you a different sort of thinking as to why they emphasize on preparing so well for the Champions League. Into domestically, Nyoma Betima is shaky, but when it comes to Europe, they are different. Now, Tima Eddie Bayern Munich and they almost 6 trophies, Real Madrid. Consistently in the semi-finals, they get bundled out.
Yeah.
In the quarter-finals, wherever they meet them, and it's difficult for Tima. Your friend is Bayern Munich, so a win over Tima, your friend, Real Madrid. So, and that was the perfect night for them. But I feel Omanye Germany and CBB SSAC. If he ended 3-1, I could confidently say Bayern are destined for the next stage. Me can say major for some company atuma we am a litmus test this particular game. If he's able to get the 2 legs and qualify to the next stage, I will give him the thumbs up. Okay. Now conversation at the free holder about Mbappe and then Vini Jr.
Yeah.
Maybe more can say the Vini Mbappe factor now I'm looking more like the PSG with Mbappe Neymar, where you feel like they have the names, but Wontumi Nyejuman. But it comes down to Mbappe, because before an arrival, they were doing well in the Champions League. This is a guy who has won the World Cup. It shouldn't be centered so much on the UEFA Champions League. But an arrival Abba with instability in terms of managers.
Yeah.
In terms of Ancelotti say with Jahoko. And Alonso had any issues.
Yeah.
But if you na Jude etna bench, if players be then eba mo ajia to Muse bia, the na Alonso he knew what he was about. And the Jude had the many game time as he deserves.
Yeah.
So Bayern there ahead of the game, not ultimate tepe Bayern as favorite, regardless of the number of goals they were scoring.
Yeah.
Because the opponent in question Real Madrid. But I feel in the second leg there should be more goals than you're expecting. For 20 chances, our moleti for Real Madrid and HSA, they were knocking so hard on the door, sir. Tired, me feel say a year over.
Okay.
The second leg will decide. Now, Barcelona fans didn't throw this encounter more than the previous games of Normal. Because in the UEFA Champions League, Atletico looked a different team. In the 2014-16, the same Barcelona, even in the domestic cup game, almost 4-0, Metropolitano.
Yeah.
And Barca a stage a comeback which wasn't complete. Almost 3. Now Barcelona are going into this game missing key players. And baby Atletico, if Simeone be a smart guy, on tries to overload Madrid, Barcelona midfield because I can't repair. Teams in England send you more pretty.
Okay.
But Atletico Madrid, I feel they have a lot of attacking potential. I would say team outscore Barcelona. Barca or Lamine, Rashford, or Lewandowski. But Lewandowski this season hasn't been the player you know over the years. And Rashford also as show say, in as much as the team contributed to goals, we share a lot this season. The clinical edge they won't give him a call from Kakra. since we had issues at Manchester United, at some point he was the main guy. And work of form kakra. So me Ademola Lookman, by far the finest African who is say in the last couple of 5 years or so. Also, me makase me rating highly in terms of your comparison between Onone Osimhen. I will always pick Ademola Lookman. He's that clinical.
Yeah.
Almost solo Griezmann so Barcelona were issues with the centre pair, right back and left back and there. Cancelo was solving a problem somehow. Barcelona knew I feel it will be a high scoring game.
Okay.
That is how I see the game. But Barcelona have any chance of picking a win there, they attack. I will say Omunya minimal errors in terms of their conversion rate. And yes, it can be a game over for them. Also, the Liverpool call Paris.
Yeah.
That was why I was trying to save them. Saying, Komoma, Galatasaray and qualify Embra this stage.
Nanka Galani PSG.
Okay, the PSG ne Manchester City, you know. Often say, just fluke. They will build dominance of the European game.
Okay.
Nia omoye no. Me say ade be ha PSG pe. So mo manager na be sorry one day no so onya adwuma ne biem.
Okay.
Many Manchester City are by now. I'll try to lure Hansi Flick to City. It's not about Enzo Maresca. Still, they are in a learning curve. That level. Maybe a City na kodru. They will need a continuation with an experienced serial winner. Squad no muketano. Here Maresca. Here all the names are more circulating. Ni a team are building with confidence, and every facet of the team, no, in the SSO, they are meeting Liverpool. Liverpool greatest weapon ahead of this game, defensively, they are poor. Middle, no, they are confused. Attack and lack of confidence. Into the best way out for Liverpool, and then you and they say, Obeko Mujebaya. No, I try to get them on the counter.
Mujebaya near the
on City very tight and compact.
Okay.
Because and Kofu we need to say they want to war about Wamuno. They will chase and rebuild. You see, I don't know what can.
We didn't want to grow me proud.
At the say, Kitesi be a wasisu o montemi no flirting with obi a ne front to hano o tempting obehow so unim say bra ne front to hana
memeho
yeah flirting with, that is what they and I would wish to say Liverpool will give them a game just like last season but me imagine so I can say they will give them a game. Alisson is out. I don't trust Mama Dutchville. Kekes is never a good player for the position he plays. Right back there's confusion. Center back there's no coordination. Midfield, no, there's no energy anymore. It is Ancelotti is a smart guy. He should go more defensive approach. No utilizing the run of Rio Ngomoha, Mohamed Salah. Na Eketike no so and run it through the middle. And ya fe no koye no flow and vet ne one sembia.
The 30
because I would want to see McAllister playing.
Okay.
I would want to see Zoboslai doing this. This will be my midfield trial together with Gravenberch.
Okay.
But a new gamer, so I imagine so could be him so could be Asha. PSG will humiliate them if he decides to go toe to toe with them. It be difficult. The best way out for no and then you really say on try to say about conserve near Makakra. Now about Anfield I say obey fighting for some pride and dignity because this is a team clearly bereft of confidence and a lack of direction in terms of the managerial seat. So I take PSG as favorite for this game. And if they are to win, I think 3-4 thereabouts. Very good for Paris Saint-Germain.
So also about the team now.
I'm not emotionally attached to Manchester.
Oh yeah,
I watch football.
You are trying to be
I just watch
objective
football because me support to mediocrity. Okay. You can't spend 450 million pounds.
Now I'm here off.
Add it to quality, and you play shit. Nah. I Ghana and Kotoko spending emphasis Kotoko spending beer 1 million Ghana cedis. Nankasani mbe de guya sumu me shada on now. But when us will be quiet because I know you have a answer no. So the foreign news pundits and the people in the media, sometimes you are not fair to Kotoko and her.
You
quick with my games and then I'm focus on the games. Now, me kind Philip Lam. The interview with the Guardian Sport. Nana or discusses something about the style of play and modern football.
Yeah.
And the way at Germany and Italy are catchy. Now or describe the Spanish football with two things. One, a ball-oriented defending. Number two, cognitive movement and creativity.
Okay.
See a Chiremua. Saa nyoma mienu no pese o kire se Spain for na ebobo a o madwen ni su se e wo se en mamma ke obi mfa ne free game nim ye ntetiri nipa ne fa nto nchen o madwen ni o mu bi bia wo ball na wo ye de o mo bono so it is all the ball na ba on fa ho nipa na wo de ba no ne target e ball ne se ne nsa be ye de
e be ka ball
no it o mo man mark ni se mo se de ni o ma fem cognitive movement with creativity how diverse o attack ni sititie. And you're super reliant on one person.
Okay.
They move. Say front four. Kwa omunyi na afa sujina. Eti omo ho ase. E create chances mo ho no. E ya de ebura adwen ne nti ase so. It will say Italy and Germany. E be suan sa anyoma no. Now this is a player of ball under Pep Guardiola.
Okay.
The train me call back to the interview near say I watched Bayern Munich game no enra. And you could see Sanyoma Mienu we were Bayern Munich game nim.
Okay.
And there was no moment in the game where Bekan say you try Opperman Kano the number Mbappe. You try Jonathan Tah the number Vinicius Junior. Edrum maybe no Opperman Kano na attack Mbappe.
Yeah.
E bedrum maybe na Jonathan Tah na attack Mbappe. And I'm a what?
Yeah.
The back line of Bayern Munich were not so much concerned about the individual quality of the Real Madrid team. See be you FM ni amama ke asumesi anani amama ke obentin dabi na your attack no fluid quick understanding hwe be a hurricane be gina ye any baby a release far ball no eti ase hunu se dabi space ne da hakakraka fanshaw so in line with what Philip Lam spoke about is something what Bayern Munich air. But if you want to beat Bayern Munich, you need to do the opposite of it. Which is baby Real Madrid wrong in going into this game. Me the video be saying about Arsenal and Bayern Munich in this season's Champions League. Me just say team be humiliated Bayern Munich to say the Arsenal humiliated Bayern Munich.
Of course.
In terms of Okomba, baby Saliba nam. One ordinary. Okay. One view necessarily Hurricane achieve you. Saliba na mebo.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay. So Philip Lam asem no kan any but if you want to beat Bayern Munich, you need to do the opposite. So no na me expect sanka Orlando Tramene. Obe follow Hurricane sa.
Nan marking na.
Ana Rudiger. Ebe tare no sa. Edume bi na Hurricane e ba chire beji ball ni bi no abo bi no apre no de corner nim. This is what Arsenal did to Bayern Munich. The moment Abe Hurricane say no, omo lack a lot of options because the wingers no omo can supply. From omo half number 9, omo half number 10. So it becomes very difficult for you. And Real Madrid allowed Hurricane to play the game. But when the man no asem ni ehu, And today I'm celebrating the two goalkeepers for Arsenal, David Raya and Manuel Neuer. Young from Manuel Neuer statistics in the game and run fan to the near difference. Now, in terms of that way teams getting results and run, not super dependent on the quality of players that they have alone, but the quality of goalkeepers are more at this stage of the competition. Okay. Now, Manuel Neuer 9 saves or conceding 1 or preventing 1.05 out of 2.05, but Brazil na mention what they passes into the final third is saying. Manuel
8, yes, 8.
Normally passes into the final third and where Juma.
Nem you can say be method as a Juma.
8.
Yes.
Not 10 Juma.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper make 8 passes into the final third.
So no goalkeeper na ate more of a method as a Juma as on.
Now no some metra be din komo catch you say. Am for started the conversation. If I Courtois na fa Manuel Neuer. What's that I'm telling say? Courtois one of the best goalkeepers I've seen. Maybe I'm kind of so either the Ronaldo or the Messi of goalkeepers I've seen in terms of his saves. But Manuel Neuer an all-round goalkeeper. I will be in the game. Okay. From ball playing to creativity. Now I keep your team ball. Now I make 8 passes into the final third. It is a bad minute creating a lot of chances. Never know so.
Manuel Neuer so.
On how many touches? 55. Brilliant goalkeeper. Now me David Raya.
Okay. Arsenal.
How do you go into a game? You see, before Arsenal be call Portugal, Sporting about 17 home games. No mun lose ba kukura. Now Arsenal visited 9 times. Make up Portugal, not Sporting.
Yeah, Portugal
away. No man visited 9 times. Now Arsenal win back. And then 5-1 be no more share. Sporting CPO group stage. But look at what David Raya did. And now preventing how many goals? Capo 1.63 out of XGOT. You can say XGOT. Expected goals on target. Say Obi shot with the only said the probability say born the better net. It was so. Meaning he said there was 100% goal prevention from David Raya. And how many times do you see goalkeepers do that? 100%. Out of the XG 1.63, David Raya saving 1.63. Pepe.
Senra Omo winning match now was based on their goalkeepers.
Then look at the accurate passes, 93%. Accurate long balls, passes into final third on also Mabako. Touches you say
42.
Brilliant goalkeeping display by the two goalkeepers, Senra.
Is it the person here Germany ya good goalkeeper?
The difference between Thibaut Courtois and some of these goalkeepers here is that Thibaut Courtois will give you the points.
Okay.
But Thibaut Courtois hardly contributes to creativity. Any possession. What did they mention as Thibaut Courtois no obeje points in the amount obeyi buffer from buffer. And I say Luis Diaz ball no ka buffer so be pay Luis Diaz so kra ka de mbehye no. And Harry Kane ball no boy and I'm not sure. Sanke Thibaut Courtois can easily
of course,
but the difference between the whatever Courtois has been doing on every night for Real Madrid is these people also contributed to a team possession and creativity. Brilliant performance. No wonder see a real game no the man of the match awards the other day at their mom. Capo, Steve Oka said me about Barcelona and the Atletico Madrid game. Let me say when you dream, the entire when you say I feel when Kwana Madi can Bocopa the Rebako 4 Nebako 3-0. What did they mention? I said, I know Masada Boba could be Mama 2-1 in favor of Barcelona. Almost say Bobako, no Mabobako next week. Meaning no more 5 times this season or more.
Yeah.
Now Diego Simeone in Eco game back Kunimu or Camp Nou. No benchy players now hold one answer there be or Champions League ball. But Obia wanna share did this war. Because Atletico Madrid will be coming into this game. Say Omutrimuno 2 consecutive occasions. Someone Barcelona bought the quarterfinals of the Champions League. 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. But the funny aspect of it, in the 2-legged affair in Atletico Madrid, I qualify our opponent in home. I qualify our Munifi. Our Metropolitano. Omo last 5 away games against Spanish sides in the UEFA Champions League. Omo wini ba kokra. Omo ya poor travelers. So I wouldn't be surprised and Yami Adome na na Ju Barcelona be Atletico Madrid. Them mom return leg no.
Any asem no. Echiro.
So the only way Atletico Madrid could manage a way to qualify to the next round, somebody minimizing the number of goals at Barca Beshe. Barca so shepa. Because at the end of the day, Barcelona so realize said there be when you buy Ukromo no team share 4. Oba me ha no be share me ba kuma me team 2. Record so ye dey. E ma me share 2 record so bem. So Barca will also relish the opportunity and no, because you have an away game, looking at how crucial it is. I want to see a team BM near show baby. And I'm let's say 3 players who may play massive role for Bayern Munich. Namia Duma and Numri, Barcelona Pedri, important. Lamine Yamal, very important piece.
Okay.
Fermin Lopez, very important piece. Juan Garcia, these 4 people
make a difference.
The entire make us about Juan Garcia. Juan Garcia will need to put up a performance worthy of champions and I'm going to
top strikers.
That is what I make because no David Raya see from no the top goalkeepers now they are coming to the party. I'm not involved themselves. They are coming to the party.
Yeah.
It Juan Garcia will need to step up. The reason why Barcelona were splendid last season getting to the semi-final of the Champions League was Chesney. They didn't know be a Bonabaso. You about to hear on Benfica game, no?
Yeah.
What he did in those games.
Yeah.
Subsequent games on mobile anyhow on Barcelona.
Yeah.
A can will be crowned or be a free fear by and Basaka said there be contract in the crown. I see a DB day. Goalkeepers are very important piece at this stage of the Champions League. Juan Garcia will need to be at his optimal best, especially against Julian Alvarez and Antoine Griezmann. On the flanks, Simeone Nebano, on the Antimola Lukman. He needs to save the day. The time about Pedri Dini said Atletico Madrid will press high up the pitch. I've said something about Pedri, say, only you're a robust midfielder. But in terms of ball recoveries, top notch. Player about 8 a year game, no ball recoveries 7, no ball recoveries 8. Meaning say only so possession how to nick the ball. Splendid, brilliant. Capo, Barcelona will need him at his utmost best when they don't have the ball. When they have the ball, there is no need to discuss Pedri. When Barcelona, there is no need. And I feel I maybe try the Pedri. When they have the ball, superb. But when they don't have the ball, they will need Pedri in those spaces to help them. Fermin Lopez to match the aggression of Atletico Madrid midfielders and players. Lamine Yamal, he needs to be the star of the night. Individual brilliance against Atletico Madrid in the league. Should you involving himself in the game? Now the rotations of Sadio Mane game no come more good, especially when he wants to create. I'm about the round of 16 game against Newcastle United. Now I'm Charles horse in so now he drifts centrally. No about connecting with play. Sound rotation in the movements now will be very important for Barcelona tonight. It's an anadri so I can say TP will be a metapay because Barcelona home record this season so brilliant to feel. You can't take it away from Barcelona. If you know now the only thing at Atletico Madrid the only thing they can do near so the more corner or the more reduce goals no. That's all call 10 leg now. No would you obey? So I'm on the same tangent with Newton.
Okay.
About Barcelona's win and goals maybe expected some bad day or Mobeshe. Now for PSG and Liverpool. Last season, PSG team you can't want someone to stop with Liverpool. Game on more break power Champions League in Panay against Liverpool. So 2 legs or more break papa.
And Liverpool 4.
Javier Lotko share 1 goal or more bad. And the first 10 minutes Anfield. Me sure say last season Champions League PSG who be most of the ball on the first we see and I'm cast there be aka and they lack in your side because that first 10 minutes almost so PSG can say no mumia mistakes upon mistakes sir. But then I will feel I'm not bringing a lot of confidence, but you see in this life Capo who focuses so much on people's weaknesses, you might be wrong.
Okay.
I think Liverpool might have something up their sleeves tonight. Not exceptional. Not exceptional. So muko Paris Saint-Germain akobo monfia koka akose Paris Saint-Germain. But how are you putting a certain tag around them? So I do way as a PSG ebe fano said tabriwano. As a running the moko where a walk in the park no. They will need to be careful. They will need to be very careful. You see, in the Liverpool setup, no matter how bad they are, one goalkeeper you expect him to also turn up is Mamadashvili. He's not an extravagant goalkeeper like Alisson Becker or contributing to possession. But he's one goalkeeper on Yanidea or Betmice a lot of saves the amount. So we can go back to the Euros with Georgia. We can go to Valencia against Real Madrid. In the Spanish La Liga, that game no ball Santiago Bernabeu. Ebese Real Madrid, I think by 2-1. That season for Valencia before joining Liverpool, brilliant. Liverpool game against Galatasaray. You heard the two-legged affair na. Onyanidea ene obetima teso kakra. Menkana za.
With my reduce
aye. The game there, I believe PSG will win.
PSG
yes, I believe PSG will win. But no Mamadashvili ne beti so kakra. You need Van Dijk to be at his best today.
Yeah, or handle it you
some of these old players, Van Dijk from Linya this season, no. But I believe you one thing said there are certain players it takes only one game in a season to prove their worth again.
Yeah.
And he's one of those players. He will need to be at his optimal best. Number 2, Ryan Gravenberch. First phase border, Paris Saint-Germain will press. Kwambe no dio mefrimaba. Zoboslai also year juma. By Capo, I think this is a game. Both teams sekrana enyemo, but Paris Saint-Germain stands tall in this particular fixture between the two teams. But I said, say me and Yene say Liverpool. I say I've seen PSG also fought against teams. You lose a PSG also moteti omukra.
Yeah.
What must say? I was on moteti. We see where the PSG better team omukra was very na PSG ashe 2-0. Na 3-1. Aha.
Bibi abeti Messi. Football is anity. 90 minutes in the number P in the room. Clifford said man no ya was stay in the World Cup that's 2010. England. Against England 2010.
Yes. Yes, and I go keep a book game you now making 8 passes to the final 10. Now make sure that make
no ya dey.
I don't go for Real Madrid play or making more passes to the final 10. Now they have to do.
Mungoto no ya ma bon fifiri o. Okay. Well, you review na you be din ko about abre na. You be show local stories. The Black Stars here coach.
Your book games in the area. Ba be chiro dey tia Thomas to so nim not touch the belly am and ho be chiro.
So I start here off. Hey, you know move beside Razo Jude Bako say we will try. Over tries how did you go? Well, about abre na you go na so coach be na neighbor.
My meeting we pen for na meeting.
You must settle on why.
Munya settle obi.
But day.
Almost some the baba bontin.
Wo match o akaka krana wo kabni. See about friendly match next month. Okay, ore enko na yiti o na o fela no. Okay. Coach awoba no be say o me.
Na the Ghana Football Association the executive committee and Abraham Penny for your ACI, the meeting. Now the Ghana Football Association officially concluded interviews are almost ayeno for coaches are almost selected. Now the ESCO meeting I mean Friday. Friday and then Wednesday. What's not Thursday, Friday. Omukwa could decide new coach. The neighbor. Also, Bakato say interviews no marie.
No my coach is an interview.
Omayo BIA say
because Oma apply. So if you say president over 600.
Aye. Omayo BBBIA Friday executive committee no kwakushia. Na omokoshia wi a a meeting bebre bekoso baako financial consideration salary demands coach no mbefa no ni sikasem sign the beko for the next coach and wati one say dey obi ko the same point mi nyan so kwa What's the FA settle?
What's that one?
Otu.
I saw the woman so many come in Adi.
Auntie,
and was out buying a bit to Yana.
Auntie, and so much.
Every woman is Gabiaho.
It won't be her no. Why?
Every woman always give you out. Didn't I have banker? Okay. To get a boca. On your own. Buying a bit.
Aye. The executive committee in Escono, Nami had my Friday, Ombisia. Now, Ombisia and Command Dawson. Because, number one, who is a time limits now? I'm for coaching. Time you sir. Time I'm for coaching. Yes. Yeah, Bob friendly matches. And what coaching a friend or best scouting, scouting players. No. Because coach now, Banadier, per the mate and say, on your coach here, only players. Pa. No, ni momo de no be. No pa. TSM. Onimomo pa. Yes.
As you pro be onimomo or onim the form
say. Who say Ghana no. Coach wo pen no head there obi nsa wom. Say the Wontumi nyame nsa wom no. Oh so we de nyame obi nsa wom. Aha. Ndisanete. Now meeting ase. E hono mbeka salary. What's the medical can was salary on betia. Ene ada per them some bed on between and sika be between on becani now. Na coach no some dia to them say bia sika say and I kwaya agree ya de be maw. Coach ni tiasia. Hwe be weekend Saturday Sunday announcement beba. Say bia Capo the Supremo.
I know my fan say
Stevo and your fan say o coach the Black Stars of Ghana. It is anete. Now you move on. Now, Mr. George Akwasia Free, former Vice President of the Ghana Football Association. Uncle George Edin Komo. Uncle George say, "Mo mutifia mo kasebia owura keto kreku say Ghana football no enye onwa. Na mom enkofo bi enkofo bay yentie no."
The FA, because you see, the problem is not Racket Okriku. The problem I see in Ghana football is not Racket Okriku. It's the club owners and club officials. The problem I see in Ghana football, and you get Okriku. I see it as club owners, and people who spend money in football. Omona, you blame one. Mami more example.
Okay.
3 years ago, I went to the Parliament House to meet Ignatius Bafowa, the owner of Supremo FC. I'm saying, no, I think that the direction I football MYN. So I need your support. Sebi, Uber endorse me, I'm challenging the system. No, see, George. Meet me endorse because my endorse am a ora keto kriku dada. Now me busa the question say on. Na see yemfa election modalities cram by. Na me dem ba be di kan be consult to answer. Ndi me nyamfa people bia ma also one dey was sign the dada. I am for we ma no. Yemfa document bia ma yen design how even the election is going to be. But must start here me consult to. And I'm saying this on your TV because we call Parliament House. I met him one-on-one. And then
club owners no Oma and I said
Chese movement does no crime and I bet challenge. Kate no crime.
What's the Satam no a do baby crano? Oh yeah in fact dia
Now George crime no be
no we are no say kato kroku ba ye no ye fa bi namfosem madam fo nie menua nie ani ade na owusa nadam fo no a obekam but we enemy dia ye be yiwa firi ade anim eno so yentie sede one so okafa eye namfosem any enemies a ket enemies ni efrim na say aka namfofo nko eno so openya friend George Akwasia Free ekasai
we begin to also see Ket's friends and his enemies. Gradually, the enemies has been eliminated. Aka friends in Kwa. So the friends will begin to also see it. Saying they are bowling Nivia, Mienzabeko, Nyaichna, Makano platforms be brave to say. And then we are living in a technological world. Say, every do per se. So you're complicit in what is going on now. No person who the Ekoswa on call for the phone records of the referees committee chairperson. No one club owners a friend of the be a mammy referee for Wimbrame. Yemi say it's there. It is just because the FA itself is complicit in what is happening. Makani several times. Football and yes, yo. No biasi one jump with the bag wagon now so ye be a debi. Just in any and say yeah.
Nesano answer 8 years kakra payina ne di ande Uncle George akosia fie wono answer timi da ba bonchado samna ba ne sam do so efi ene kro ya betiti be bray answer etwo this channel ma bians etwo come na Capo unim sasa unya grama Nasco player of the month of match ye twem ye yes nominees number na ene na da so no abrantia ne dede samo okai ono obo no ball edema be United ono ball 4 matches onya 1 goal onya 2 MVPs so ana Claude Bote shooting obo no ball the club feno shooting ball 3 matches SL 3 goals edema young apostles Sophia and so bon ball Edma Vision FC about 4 matches so 2 goals on a 1 MVP and a player of the match nominee Yanko aya coaches no so na yeni coaches no come on na bibian entimi kama which coaches no so omodie enso atumi aba aya coaches me no pe and am penny for enso atumi at the buy coach fan for Dorman about 4 matches on 3 wins 1 draw 6 goals and also no concede 1 goal after Johnson Smith aya clubber the Bosek Holy Stars about 4 matches we need 2 draw 2 lose back okra we say 2 goals now so one concede goal bia and I'm sweating your coaches no fans no when I vote na astatia na so cause goalkeeper and a goalie of the month of a match no nominees the senate here Branche Esiako one other goal post madema Dreams FC
super
yes only go da pa 4 matches with 3 clean sheets 1 goal conceded 3 wins 1 draw lose there bakokra ma afei Branche ne din de dubi aye tai Kasi one other goal post madema Basake Holy Stars 4 matches 4 clean sheets 0 goal conceded 2 wins 2 draws 1 lose match bakokra and put Daniel Afazu so already a household name it's one day name dada Afazu ball 3 matches at the Makala United on 3 clean sheets 0 goal conceded 2 wins 1 draw 1 lose bakokra no kakre for number Sunday and Friday game a game between club and fan Diana Stars and Gold Stars na Shoba Arestica akasa and some adiafa Friday gamer and also 8 mabasono enwa just what such a preparation almost prepare ahead of that game and also 8 hours Shoba Arestica Diana Stars coach and also Nkomoni
Friday after 3 days the game Friday and today starting preparation this game the player is wake up and no have another option only win this game forget everything and also player also staff also our people need to understand you will play from this game and only from the win and only from collect the 3 points not 1 point no lose only win the game the player
Aristika one also edia to John and Wachi and what chem say plus no there say o hwa ekwan ni plus no o ma fa so awiata so ne niam ekos we training grounds plus in a point say nyame adma Friday o ma give you all say na be Diana Stars beboko no and so ebetim ewini Shoba Aristika edi temu etuja
top team is go more concentration and he play very very well. No have I tell before no have another option only go inside in the pitch concentration from win the game not have any option only 3 points from this game. Audwana Star need win the game here from the home from not give chance again from some people collect the point. Young boy is talent boy is coming here and is adapt from our team.
Aristika and the Sansemi, and also a Timothy Abadron Sempi, Amia TF4, and Amia Saturday, a big game at Basso near Joe Kraku Sports Stadium. Now, Ulim Sa, Open Night, friend Joshua, Rue, one of striker, and some Etzmed the Mark Club, a friend Vision FC, Vision our body at Yas of Folk now on this Saban, and some Edin Command and Command and say, also can be also, one more Bessa Class of Folk Saturday sunset, and then you almost optional, almost 80 more, only option be option winning. I say, one Bessa across of Folk. Summer striker at the Tuja
against the Phobians that approaching it is saying,
oh, says yeah, I prepared a mom pa. They say, yeah, boom, and I'm moreover, so yeah, boom, yeah, bony, Bibiaco, yeah, my, and over baby, I had done so, and yeah, into no crash and crying, a winning match, if say you win here, maybe I have a quack down the boy, and tea, there's a mastering for us.
With a money option be on Saturday than to beat out.
Any option be
just sorry I cannot send the Ghana for him dada it's answer no SMP and so TV wa brano sina kan so edema aye dreams of city Capo yeah mama fancy na na be for and so to Kumasi Asante Kotoko na me adoma preparation against Mediama how say Sunday woman Mediama e takwa enti preparation no started me started sene be ya ebia na nyame ya adom na takwa de minim say e so e ground sakoto kwa enema koye de moment bibia be ko kama e de amamo as enso guso ahoboabo an say de medical aka no woman vision enable
ochina ye be ba be to aso na ye di nkomo Steve Brain na ya behwe nkomo yi kakra na ye nto aso mfan free ho
we na yan why we no waduma ma because as I say you say final push no last six games in the last 6 games no Gold Stars and Dikan or quite away to a Diana weekend home to Samates then away to Mediama on the pre-league no about home ababo hoy about away to Dreams now for home to 11 Wonders. Now Mediama is playing against Kotoko home, Brekum Chelsea away, Gold Stars home, Basakaroli Stars away, Heart of Lions home, Heart of Oak home. Now House of Oak and Sober Vision away, and on Saturday, Kala United home, Nations away, Ebiana home, FC Samates away, and I'm Mediama and so a home. Kotoko away to Mediama, Sanso and Riabo United. Rest of course that game will not come on because all for Chomo at the film. Dreams FC Ebabo away. No Kotoko away to Dreams. 11 Wonders Ebaba Kroma. Now Amosone Club of Friend Kotoko at the Abepenso. Kotoko away to Ebochin. Now so I home no I'm a bias at my
new Mumbrana. Steve Bray na ye starting from few ye share ye matches ne nkomo kakra the Black Stars coach meeting near there I'm also a competent coach and ye catch room no ye matrama ko bia ye ni abrepa ana
I've seen a lot of people a lot of things about the FA president and who becomes the next Black Stars coach. I think it says you will be Ghana to get it right this time, the FA president. Because BBM no onudiniebo.
Yeah.
So he would want the best man for the job. Obetimi aye juma pa, I bet he will be any. Inti the criticism, no sometimes you're man on the benefit of the doubt. You see, when you don't fail, you can't get it right. So you can't leave the world without failure.
Okay.
Failure no and a the fuel a bit power to go the extra mile to challenge yourself.
Okay.
Into a relative success. Your performance of the Black Stars in recent years. So my say a below par from the quarters of the FA. My say and yet ne so no and yet sad necessary. That is why decisions are made.
Yeah.
My senior brother Henry Asante Chum on different platforms. Okay. Even AFCON na yanko watching from the house, no, it was difficult for him. He feels I was in Kagana Kobe. That alone, admission of the team's failure. Into the decision about say you be a feel by a PUB show. I am on the same page with you. we need a competent coach obetimi aboa but obi en here saa de no more than the FA president. I think say at this point learning from the wrongs of the past, no, they will make the perfect decision for the Blaster. Now we're at Georgia Fee can't be about football, no, how football people, no, and now some now all kind of contradictions be brew. Or say, or call parliament.
Yeah.
Say or compare Rabafu
and
on endorsing now on challenge system.
Yeah.
And also okay. Ni a ube pen obi so di kan o hadada.
To be
aji ka me de be ma ne mo media mo obi dada. So how do you take this? Now running up to say any football owners no because you went for somebody's endorsement. Whereas I say na yenyam modalities ni bibia but ni yenyam na also kope.
Oza no kopato.
Inti obi so kopato why do you complain about?
He's complaining about it. The system.
So obi a ope bia so hu say ade bi wo system no obetima ye ni. Inti Capo me no be no intention to vie for the position.
Yeah.
And based on my experience, meaning says I person will be prayer. Whoever is in the pool, who be here or more endorsement. Inti me ya quick. And then nipa kwe akasesi. Se mre no dru ha or my endorsement.
Yeah.
And will be at the quickest. From this contest now, a different way. It would have made a lot of sense.
The FA football people, no, or no, but you say, Monamo, you moon sanitize the system. Because system, more as a mobile cassa, mekasa.
Now, some no kind, way a particular content, or say, make a endorsement to a new team. Me do honor, or the amu be that.
Yeah.
So, what is wrong with Sadia? Into one country, okay, me the amu now what baby me.
Oh no, so football people should know the right thing. Say system ninja. Why do you still connide with the person? System ninja na mo mudinechi.
So you'll be in the space of management or the FA Cortesa, and I will sympathize with him.
Okay.
But on numerous times the late Mr. Abepo engaging when we were at Angel.
Okay.
Well, then they call back and forth about the Blaster Sika. So and one year didn't want now. Back then.
Okay.
I'm not against Ubi view. No will be of your few so be to me strong away a football space. But I perfectly believe say you will be cry in the future or vice or better position and you will be why here at the quarters before.
You need the Juma.
You need to be to my idea. Krum how yeah. It me show we so we professor expecting this or experience. The fact that say wedding mate for 20 years and then interest say we to me reverse year. Ghana experience can't based on longevity.
Yeah.
But what space we are check. So the thinking is that
and
yes, I my very own experience and observation and research I will Ghana and there are people put in certain positions beer. So be on partners penny in the day we are no. We are sure kakra.
Okay.
So the fact that to be a cohort ban chese the current GFA president and you be no be right. So
yeah.
On one can say be publicly as human as we are. Make about 2 minutes in his closet. Our weapon solutions to it.
Tina Joy someone's one way no. Oh. The minister was another term as a quack on so woman so chance.
President rather on cast or pet
so on system
speculating.
Yeah.
But on one can say I don't think they're on record.
Yeah, on record on one can but system no corners. Yeah.
It is a conversation no na me compare will be home one farmer me and inti who you know as a case. The betterment of our football. Whoever aspires to come in, game no abua including also attitude. But will be our be pen Nini some ya na omokano sometimes. Sometimes ya na emwa. At one breath, Kurt is not a problem. Or Shannon Comodi na Sano Shasi.
Send of shifting blame to the club owners, football people.
Inti, what is your problem with my choice of candidate? Your Ghana brand freedom of association, whatever. Into Wuna of a penna, what is your problem with me endorsing Newty? Am I endorsing?
Those a Newty is not capable of doing the oil.
That is in your selective the judgment. So what I say?
Okay.
That is how you see it. But may not be a may endorsing Newty. No, I don't see it that way. So therefore, he is my candidate. Okay. In the same space, Obinso endorsing. That person believes in your ideologies and what you can do.
Yeah.
Into what? Why must you have a problem with that? My point in it. Based on some no kind. I don't know, may digestion. Some no kind. So, Capo will be endorsement. Why I said BMB, would do honor.
When you're fast.
Into a honor crutches will be a proactive channel.
You can't pay. We weak. Can't pay.
I will be a proactive. Okay. Whoever endorses the president, you can't have an issue with that person because Nipana feels that he aligns with the vision of the president. That is why I also obey endorsing. They are obey aligning with you, no, so who endorse you?
Okay,
so Yantia says say Nipana nya the problem there. Then obi watch your endorsement na your problem.
Zomna mutu abaro.
Nasa contest na omoko ekosi say.
No, someone says some dream. My one way do football people no they be one way na. To come to say move the or no uncle buyer.
Okay. From
you see league na come. You see Black Stars is why attractive.
90 free akunya. I'm said 2018-20. From 2005-6 banyina. Sasa me na central for moka. That time now my microphone now TV sometime uti Jola company for no medical no more can the same thing ana
league
in between opinion case here okasai obeshe mu bi
or
from the outside na and I say or dance it to the tune that was within.
Entire audio to you, Uncle George, why be there? You shouldn't come into the picture.
To be endorsing it, or be Phyllis
was all endorsing. Okay, Matty.
You have every right to talk whatever you want to say.
Okay.
But main problem with Bafu wa
our no endorsing
will be our endorsing. You wanted to be smart. They acted with the lightning speed. And no mudi winning. And no mokoji endorsement. So I don't care there. You wouldn't be fair with saying say this and that. Where's our only fair to any part or the right to decide who he wants
to support
or not.
Okay. But that's it, new bra.
Yeah, Capo. Mr. George free SME na kwa bibi or started so kind of for say the obian is a problem or a game no more na kwa kwa.
Yeah.
And league bia ye ball we are say bia Capo. Bia with the problems. But yeah,
Brazil for me trial no almost they say 34.26 million euros we run referee because Omo is a referee in the league. So that all kind of system no e be anywhere genuine. I'm a referee na grara issue ni ade.
Systems be clean. Egypt at some point Ali Zamalek be ball what we call Turkish referee.
No Babi
Gala so ne Fenerbahce bar
foreign referee.
Omo foreign referee. Oh, take referee be Egypt o by take you na wuro ntimi go.
O take his referee someone as the Champions League crowd.
Yeah.
As you entrust him on Kromo. Charlie. Is serious.
We had a Japanese referee. I obedi AFCON ni bi. Me name so over kaya. Games or ball no Babaya. I think was it Cameroon? One of those games.
Wow.
We had a Japanese referee with the. I will fetch you the name.
Okay.
Systems no nyina but the name person make cases to say obia or problems in any so. A big problem now enca the productivity of the league.
Okay.
The existence and the fruitfulness of the league, debt na e wo league no ntumi en shadow no ntumi kata so EPL no nyina boni wo mu ba boni no ntumi sha league no so La Liga mo plus evade taxes to say this vocal for the but yeah no ntumi en fa league no strength no en free among them say
yeah mami koyi we no okay sa referee no your friend no Yuichi Nishimura
was a Japanese
of Japan or a Japanese referee 208 no Ubabi DB na no controversial penalty be crime or Kojio Angola and Egypt na and is Angola and Egypt and Odisa match no na a 4th of February 4th 2-8 and no handles our match. Japanese 2-8.
Yeah. I have the pictures here.
Japan.
So okay. The point I'm person drawing is Mr. George free enemy game no pa. Only game no ye pa. Na baby here do no. Ya na me person oba beke cancer nsem bebre we actually. Me de manu duru baby a. But ya na me person meti. Sa nsem we say ya na me person meti because enunu ye we know say obo no dada. We are looking for solutions. We've been looking for solutions since 2009. 2019. Normalization committee time. Yeah, best solutions. Referee. NC Professor Kofi Amwa. Now, Dofoli. Okay. We've been looking for solutions. So why is he back now talking about the problems? Back okay, no. Or say, if you know. Every weekend, among fair referees, appointment committee chairman, one to no many Messiah officer and a meeting. I'm saying, okay, there's one aspect be your kaya, Kamina Mekaya, because be a new, I had a Mr. Professor. Open my shadow can some more voice in the view. He is talking about referee and how sensitive. Me want to catch us a boy, I got on it. I have a referee, but I said, yes, about a cotton it. I can have it. And I go back pushing to opponent and I'm on the G and
difference
or shots or saying who knew I don't know how referee no. I didn't know go no machine and I video I'm saying a video and a referee for every pack so I have to watch everybody.
So the action of the referee
the video in action
language. Go on out to net.
And you compulsory all right, but the other go to net no because
energy or they say
you see about a referee
on
I said no can I say one who here I say can invite in there.
I'm going to change
me catch you.
Decide the FA. Because you see, the problem is not racket to Kriku. The problem I see in Ghana football is not racket to Kriku. It's the club owners and club officials. The problem I see in Ghana football, and you get to Kriku. I see it as club owners. Club owners. And catch friends and his enemies.
First of all, about blaming the
so and also another friend be a far story has to about treaty, you know.
Yeah, about
as to why on blame rackets and now blame club owners. The third one no call
referees
and so and was a referees appointment committee chairman. Who do you know? Mr.
Alescotti, yes.
No play no weekend be a so say we be kodoma onu na do kodoma obako voter onu do ko voter onu ho asem na owura George can say yenko yire no ne hwe ne phone so ani odu no Capo
you Alescotti
was see yenko Jimmy Alescotti phone no ne hwe so
mpema me na yeze
odu no to model ti ana ana mo si form ko bezere ko fie asem na onko me see
a very serious allegation.
If you are serious
yeah me ba.
The FA itself is complicit in what is happening. Makani several times. Football and yes yo. No biasi what jump with the bag wagon now so here be keketebi. Just in any and say yeah. Oh George, me endorse because my endorse am ora keto kriku dada. Now me busa the question say on. Na see yemfa election modalities cry my. Now me ba be can be consult to answer. In the minyam fa people be my also one of was signed that I am for my no. Yam fa document be my design how even the election is going to be. But must start here me consult. And I'm saying this on your TV because we call Parliament House. I met him one-on-one. Then after born home assisted you.
When you contest na
ye be boamo. Yeah.
Me no, me pese me chemu kakra bi.
Yeah.
Ash go the entire lies asem no. Na me bench. That game no. Yeah. Na me bench. Enyezo Capo ya brutal. Na mo bench. Na me no in fact me obi a se me wo game no so ya na niam bi action bi ekoso bi na me pese me hu why at the credit
yes sir.
So anyone na ekoso no have my own reservations. Na at the time I call FA hono no. Yes one go say me 1 or 2 they say go no first and second man celebrity. Adentia. Yeah. Me come see Red George asem no so. And why a penny force some friend. A friend Salas Scotty. You don't know where our football is going. Asem na come
yeah, because say you can say
who brutal.
The do weekends I ain't
come on not to so bench we call no busa me say who me dem say ani. I'm say we rule say me a video analyst. But hono satem na F no you register video analyst we game no. Etinam the kit man and ho.
Okay.
But na me net Thomas Ziane. Saf Castro mo. Professor Darlington when I
as a video.
Yes.
Okay.
It one of us celebrate goal. No, because I don't know why I prepare for 1 week. No opponent in our born national. It's be the man celebrity. And I say, okay, Capo. Everything that goes on our phone so now what channel Capo penny phone him.
Wow.
Say no my content for no me phone number. Every Sunday na me call Boasia. Na me pack me BM no Champion Hotel Santaso. Na my friend your last born na catch say me kwa match on na matakra no almost am say every Sunday this you've called this guy
number we ta friend
yes say no more investigate
yeah mo hwe de
I say oh lawyer on your last born di machi me nsa enti no ya me kra no me kra fie say but no de me di machi ja no me kra ba bia me ko bia on anuafo na me friend no so okay say na crofo no me full details Capo
wow
na Mr. George Asemna or Kasa and from Salas Cote no. Ni engine the phone Capo assembly who unim from division 2 division 1 ekwese premier se medru match there uni say our club administrators one moment me request you
yeah for sure
I don't know what can enye na make o ana mo afrem yo Mr. George Neka say ni mo anka from Salas Cote ahwe the phone so weekends e bedura club administrators friend say me pe Capo na omre on the free pom ha on the best way to give a favor me for whatever reason I am free request no me di menim asem we yo Capo say penifo na feda asem we ama ya hwehwehwe man kosi ase a we will keep losing the trust fans na aka no e football no
well me ba we your friend say one colleague Anna was say I think he said Georgia Free was referring to Madam Christian Ziga on the referees appointment committee chairperson, not the referees manager. Alex Courtney, the referees manager.
Okay.
Do
I appointment in
here, Christian?
Yes, a phone. It was one in your church.
Okay. Evans Cobra support.
Yeah, Evans I say. Say yeah, let's go to but the sensitive and the context of Nasem no can say. Any partner or distribute or portion represent Kodoma kwa. Yeah, continue for some just weekends bia. Asem won't ya say. Come on, just
easy grass with the common analogy.
Capo. Metia for ho metia konya so na metia konya so
oto so
bra metia ho 45 minutes ansa na omo bodi na me singlet na afo na so boy ma start obra me bana ye me ma me yi Capo enye easy
usuru so beje ban
me say mo adwene nya kronkron na fanante na me na yi me free mu eni pa tu ne tre ne ama ye ban tu o UKCC yi unim ji ona ne ye tie mo asgo do obo asem chia no ene administrator Dani.
Okay.
Dani do obo no so UK. Chale.
Ti mo train dey. Yeah, you need to.
Say Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
As your friend, Madam Christian Ziga. Madam, where there? You have a hona, you have been come kakra.
Authority Velaniko.
You have been say na Uncle George Odre was saying. But I say, Chinaniaba, Chinabesa be this uncle. A very important issue. So I raise concern.
Minimum resi.
There is a uncle by now also page. Uncle had a very important message about. But I say Chinabe room now. You have to sit the free one of now. My boss Abana, you knew Komaka. My boss, I'm the boss who cry. Who so not just as a granny. Easy.
The greatest man.
Easy.
Santa Marta,
Santa Marta.